Hello students, I am here today with your chapter biodiversity. So in this chapter we will discuss the different type of living organism present on earth and what are their distribution and how they are present in different location of our earth's surface and how they become fruitful, how they become increasing their number, some of them decreasing their number. So what are the cause of their loss of their diversity or loss of the species? What are the criteria which followed by these natural things and how they become very much effective? So in this chapter we will discuss what is biodiversity and what type of biodiversity, and the third, that is the magnitude of biodiversity, means distribution of the living organisms on the earth's surface. So see, first, what is biodiversity? Diversity means what? Biodiversity means what? Diversity means diverse, different types of things, and bio means different type of living things. We will discuss here. So it is the variability among living organisms from all sources including terrestrial, marine and other aquatic ecosystems, and the ecological complexes of which they are a part. This includes diversity within species, between species and of ecosystem. So we will see the diversity within species and between the species and of ecosystem. So it comprises all species of plants, animals, microorganisms and ecosystems and ecological processes of which they are part. It means we cannot leave anything. It includes all the plants, all the animals and different type of ecological systems or ecosystems and ecological processes of which they are the part. So biodiversity is not a simple or very small term, or it is only not a one meaning term. So it is a vast term and which includes the vast living organism present on our earth. So Edward Wilson named or coined the word term biodiversity. It means the different type of living organism. So say types of biodiversity: genetic, specific and ecosystem. Three type of biodiversity, and it includes the genetic type, specific type and ecosystem type. In genetic type, it is the sum total of genetic information. So when we will discuss the genetic type, it is the sum total of genetic information and contained in the genes of individual of plant, animal and microorganism of the earth. So if we discuss about genetic type of diversity, it includes genetic information of either plant, animal or the microorganism present on the earth surface. If we talk about the specific or species, specific diversity, it refers to the variety of living organism. So here the genetic information and here in the specific diversity there is a variety of living organisms present on the earth surface. Or specific diversity includes, or it refers to the variety of living organisms on the earth and has between the various estimated areas to the means here one estimation is species estimation, that is 5 to 50 million species or more present on the earth, but really we have the idea of only 1.4 million species have actually been described. More than that, not described. So really there is more scope to learn about different type of species present in our earth which is undescribed. Ecosystem diversity means it relates the variety of habitats, biotic communities and ecological processes in the biospheres, as well as the tremendous diversity within ecosystems in terms of habitat difference and the variety of ecological process. See, the ecosystem means the habitat means where they present. Ecosystems, you understood that ecosystem of different type having different type of biotic and abiotic components interact with each other. That interaction make the ecosystem. So when we study about the ecosystem diversity, it relates to the variety of habitats, means different type of habitat, biotic, okay, communities and ecological processes in the biosphere, as well as the tremendous diversity within ecosystems in terms of habitat difference and the variety of ecological processes. So understood the three type of diversity. Genetic diversity, it refers to the genetic information by gene or other things. Specific diversity, it is a variety of different type of species, and ecosystem diversity, it is related to the habitat, okay, habitat. So these are the three type of diversity. Magnitude of biodiversity. Magnitude means where the living organism, this vast living organism can present. So see, conservation and sustainable use of biodiversity. Sustainable use means what? We cannot disturb the naturality of any specific area. If we disturb, the biodiversity become disturbed or it become fatal. So use of biodiversity in function means we can do sustainable activities to grow plants, to rear animals, to care the wild animals, different type of animals and plants and microbes, all things should be in natural or sustainably developed. It is the part of sustainable development, it is a part of our daily life and livelihood and constitutes sources upon which families, communities, nations and future generations depend. So biodiversity is really the part of our life which gives us family, community, nation, so and future generation depend on this diversity. If it is very much fruitful and become very much flourished, then we can say there is the future generation will be secure. If it is extinct, if it is going to extinct, or if it is in different condition or not in fruitful condition, then after we can say the things become fatal and it will stop, it will not grow next generation, or next generation will be means their numbers become minimized or less. Magnitude of biodiversity means 1.7 to 1.8 million species are known, but really what is the real number, it is not known. The real number having only 15% of this one. So many things, means 85% is undiscovered and we have to find them by researching, by searching them, okay, and by knowing them accordingly. So here you see, out of which 61% of them are insects. So insects group are very big, and only 4,650 species are mammals. We are very less in number, only 4,650. And plants are 2,70,000 species of plants are known till now. but its number become very much, means it is vast number. Okay, it is not limited in numbers, means it is more than that what we have a data. Now see, invertebrate, vertebrate and plants, what is the number of vertebrates? Invertebrates first. See, this is the group of invertebrates. You see here, insects occupy maximum area. After that, the other animal group, and then mollusca and crustaceans occupy the space. So here in invertebrate group, the dominant one are the insects. So you know, insects are also, arthropods are also having very big species. So in which this particular invertebrates occupy more by insects, then after molluscan, crustaceans, and then other animal group. When we move towards the vertebrate group, you see the fishes occupy maximum area, after that maximum space, after that the mammals, birds, reptiles and amphibians are there. So birds and reptiles somehow equal, but mammals less than that and amphibians lesser than mammal. So this is the vertebrate condition, the distribution of vertebrates in different ways. So mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians and the fishes. Fishes occupy maximum space. When we talk about the plants, the fungi occupy maximum area, and after that the angiosperms, and then after the mosses, ferns and algae and lichens occupy the space. This is algae and this is lichen, they occupy the space. So fungi here maximum, after that angiosperm having very useful plants. So see, this is the condition by which we understood the things which is present near or on the earth's surface as the biodiversity. So more than 70% all the species recorded are animal and 22% are plant. See, if we see more than 70% are animal and 22% are plants, and other one, that is macros, other things. So plants, although India has 2.5% world land, our country having different scenario. India, land area 2.4%, 2.4% of the world's land area. Its share of global species diversity is an impressive 8.1. So this is the land area, this much, and share the species. So global species diversity, species diversity is 8.1%. Say less area, more diversity, means we can say India is biodiverse area where there is more amount of living organisms present. That is what makes our country one of the 12 mega diversity country, means 12th position they can occupy in the mega diversity conditions. Nearly 45,000 species of plants and twice, that is 90,000 species of animals have been recorded in our country. So see, in our country 45,000 plant species and really 90,000 animal species present in our country. So India is in this position, that land area 2.4% of the whole world, species diversity 8.1% of the whole world, and out of them, that is 45,000 the plant and 90,000 animals are present in them. Now we discuss about the pattern of biodiversity. Pattern means what? Where they are present, means what are their distribution. So, pattern of biodiversity now we will discuss. You know, biodiversity is means our whole world having different situation due to sunlight. There is equator at which more sunlight appears, and in the polar region or in the other regions there is less sunlight. Due to sunlight there is the diversity different, biodiversity difference. So, see pattern of biodiversity, patterns of biodiversity. So, first one, biodiversity is not uniform throughout the world, means it has different patterns. So, first one, that is latitudinal gradients, latitudinal gradients, and the second one, that is species area relationship, species area relationship. Okay. So, latitude and longitude, no. Latitudinal gradients means what? So, biodiversity increases from pole to equator. Okay, see, if we talk about the earth, this is the earth's surface, here is the 0 degree, that is what? Equator, it is equator. So, here is the north pole, here is the south pole. Okay, this is the south pole, this is the north pole. In between there is the temperate region or tropical region. So, see tropics. So, this is 23 and a half, 23 and a half, this is north, and 23 and a half, this is south. Okay. So, in this area, this is what? This is the tropics. This is the tropics. More amount of diversity, means more diversity is there. So, see one example is here, tropics, this is north to south, 23 and a half north to 23 and a half south, have more species than temperate or polar region. Temperate where? This is the temperate, this is the temperate, this is polar, and this is temperate. Okay, this is temperate. So, in temperate and polar region having very less species in compare with the tropics. So, in tropics there is more species than temperate and polar regions. For example, Colombia located where? 41 degree north. See, Colombia located near the equator, that is has nearly 40,000 species, 14,000 species. So, here is Colombia. So, here you can see 14,100 species of bird. 1400 species of bird present at the equator where Colombia located. When we move towards the up or down, so see New York, while New York at the latitude of which thing 41 degree north, see here is New York, here is New York, New York, it is 41 degree north, having less than that is only 105, say here is 1400 species, but here is 105 species only. So see very less species means very much degraded. And when we move toward the Greenland, that is above, and the Greenland that is 71 degree, so 66 and a half that is, and then 71 here Greenland 71 degree north, 71 degree north, having only 56 species of bird. What we can say? The gradual decreasing of species when we move from equator to polar region. So see 14,000 that is 1400 that is near equator. When we move towards the up, what is 41 degree north, having 105 species of birds. When we move towards the up, the Greenland, which is located at 71 degree north, having only 56 species of birds. So you see how much decreasing gradually takes place when we move toward the equator to up or equator to down. So this gradual decreasing takes place due to the latitudinal change or latitudinal gradients. So in India there is 1200 species of birds present. Why? Because India is located just above 8 degree north. Here India started from here and goes up to above. So here 8 degree north to above to I think 36 degree north, India's location, having 1200 species of bird. So see this is what? This is the diversity present in India, which is really good sign for us, and this is also latitudinal profit to our country. To know about the greater biological diversity, ecologists and evolutionary biologists have proposed various hypotheses. So many hypotheses are proposed by different type of ecologists. So they give that speciation gradually a function of different type of things which takes place in that area in different ways. Second thing, the tropical environments present in the tropics, that is also another thing for the species development or other things. Third one, that is the more solar energy available. So you know at equator what happens, more energy is required, means available, as the sunlight is the sharp, and when we move towards the tropic, when we move towards the other temperate region or polar region, the sunlight becomes slanting. These particular things also provide the productivity of the things, and the production is more in this area due to more production of the food or other things by plants or green shrubs. They offer the animals to come and make their habitat there. That's why it is also beneficial things for the equator or nearby the equator on the tropics. Then they can everything, they can do the things very easily. So this is the way by which equator or we can say tropics have more population, more species development than the other temperate or polar regions. Okay. So, this is the things. Now, we discuss the next thing, that is the species area relationship, in the next class. Okay. Bye.